guys, welcome to Freedom in a Budget. It is weigh-in Wednesday on Weight Watchers, WW Wellness That Works. Yeah, it's just weigh-in. I'm still calling it Weight Watchers. I know it's not anymore, but it's habit. I've been calling it Weight Watchers for years now. Which, speaking of Weight Watchers and Wellness That Works, I am going to do a full recap video for you guys on what exactly it is, what the changes are, all of that. In the next week or two, I've been away at a conference, so I haven't been able to fully research everything, but I'm going to do some really in-depth research on it and just get the full picture of what it is. So if you do have any specific questions on the new program, leave it down below and I will be happy to answer them in the video, and do some research or call people, do whatever I have to do to get that answer for you. So with that being said, I mentioned I was at a conference this past week, and I didn't track at all. Like, didn't track not one single item. But because of all the walking and everything, I did lose 2 pounds. So that's good. No, I did have a big gain the week before, but it was like a loss, gain, loss. So I think I'm still lower. So, yeah, I'm really happy about that. I got home from FinCon, which is a financial media conference. So like YouTubers, bloggers, podcasters, all of that, all together under one roof. It was so much fun. There was like 2,000 people there. It was awesome. So I learned so much, guys, and I have so many like really exciting things. I opened an Etsy shop, where I'm selling budget templates, and I'm going to start, doing some like goal tracker sheet things that I'll have on there as well. So I started an Etsy shop. I'm going to be starting a blog. Jamie's like writing all the coding for it right now. So there's some really exciting things. I am just motivated. As you guys know, my goal for this channel is to kind of build the foundation now. And then when we start having kids in a couple of years, to be able to quit my job and stay home and just have YouTube, blogging, all of that kind of supplement my income. I know I probably won't make as much as I am at my current job, but if I'm not paying daycare costs, it'll kind of help offset. And it's always been my dream to be a stay-at-home mom. So I'm just trying to like put in the hours, put in the hard work now, and then later on I don't have to do it as hardcore. I know I still have to hustle and everything, but not as much. So that's that plan. So for FinCon, we brought so many snacks. The girl I was staying with, her room was comped, so she didn't have to pay for hotel. So I didn't have to pay for hotel, which was huge, but she asked that I bring snacks since I was driving and she was flying. I brought maybe 3/4 of Aldi. Yeah, I would say 3/4 of Aldi. I brought so much food. And so I ate out three times while I was there, 3 times, which was really good. And then other stuff, I just bought snacks, which was awesome. So we had so much walking that we stayed at the Rose and Shingle Creek in Orlando, which is just a massive hotel. Like, it's like has a big column that has like 2 huge wings that come out, and our like room wing was over here and the conference was down here. So it was so far, and it took 3 trips to go bring my stuff down to the car. And just to give you a little fun story, so Sunday I'm sorry, I was telling another story. So yesterday when I got home, I weighed myself, and then when I woke up this morning, I weighed myself again, and it was the exact same number. So I was kind of worried that sometimes when you weigh are gone, it's lower and then whatnot. So I'm glad that it stayed the same. It's still that lower down 2 pound, and it didn't spike back up today after I ate dinner last night. So anyway, so yesterday morning I was packing up the car, and keep in mind it's 5 bajillion degrees in South Florida. And this was Central Florida, but still so hot. So I brought down the first load of stuff to the car, and my roommate had already gone to the airport at this point. So I brought down my first load to the car, and everything was so heavy, so heavy. One of the things that I had to bring this in now was this ginormous tripod. This thing is huge. And I had that, I had a tote bag, I had my pillow, I had a backpack, and another bag as well, all carrying with me. And I put on my watch, my Apple Watch, right before I left the door. I left the hotel room. By the time that I made it to my car, it was 800 steps. I remember I checked. That's how far it was, 800 steps to the car from the hotel room. Get to the car, I forgot my car keys. So yeah, So I literally stood there for a minute and just took a selfie of, seriously, this just happened right now. And I put the tote bag and the pillow on the ground, like the pillow on top of the tote. And it's like, I'm just gonna leave this here. I'm gonna run up to the room, get the cooler, and take another trip home with the keys, and I can put this thing. Thankfully I brought my tripod with me. And then, so I go up, get ice for the cooler, bring the second trip down, walk to my car, and my stuff is gone. I'm like, seriously. Now it had all of these cables in it, like Apple cables, which Apple brand cables are not cheap whatsoever. It had 3 signed books from the conference from Rachel Cruz and Chris Hogan, two signed books from Rachel Cruz, which I'm gonna use in giveaways, and then a signed book from Chris Hogan, which is incredible. All of my notebook with all of the notes from the conference, like all the stuff I need to do, all of that, all the stuff I learned was in there. Business cards of people that I need to follow up with and to work with, all of that was in there. I was like, are you kidding me? I was more upset about losing that stuff, like the notebook and all of that. And I was like, are you kidding me? And so I put the stuff in the car and I'm walking back up. And so then I go to front desk and say, hey, can you call security and see if someone picks it up? I did see a guy on a golf cart, you know, maybe he picked it up, and you know, who would steal a pillow? Like, that's just gross. So hopefully someone has it. So she's like, yeah, sure, let me call him. Thankfully the guy had found it. So he was like, yeah, I'll bring it up in 10 minutes. I'll have it at Bell Stand. So it's like, perfect. So it's like, I'm going to go up and get my last load, bring it down, and we can all do it. So the last load had, it had, oh, I didn't bring it. It had my big suitcase, which weighed over 50 pounds. And then it had my big tote, like huge tote that I use for all day, filled with food, like leftover food that we didn't eat. And that on it, I had my purse, it had another bag, like had so much stuff. And so then I'm walking this around, so I go to Bell Stand, and he's like, I don't have it here, maybe he's outside. So I go outside, and they're like, no, we don't have anything here. And they're like, go to Bell Stand. So I go back to Bell Stand and said, they don't have it. And then finally we tracked on the guy that had it. He was like, oh yeah, you're the infamous Kelly. So then he was like, do you want to ride on the golf cart? I can give you a ride. And I was like, yes, that would be amazing, because it was so far. And I had, I think, like 4,300 steps by like 8:30 in the morning by the time that I left the hotel. It was so much. I was exhausted. I was like dripping in sweat. It was a lot. So I think that's why I lost so much weight, because every day at the conference I had over 8,000 steps from just walking around and running around and going back and forth to the room to the conference. But it was a blast. So that is my weigh-in, down 2 pounds, which is awesome. And yeah, so guys, let me know how you did. Let me know your wins, your fails. Did you lose weight? Did you gain weight? Did you maintain? Is there anything you're struggling with? What's going on? I want to hear from you guys. All right, I'll talk to you later. Bye.